Salute, salute, peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. What's going on? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Late night, huh? Yeah, but your asses was up watching that nasty all-star game. So you're gonna be up with me. Damn it. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Your space. This is a space for intelligence, for questions, concerns, comments, dialogue, conversation, intellectual stimulation. Where we broaden our scope, okay? Where we seek to unify on a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, they better be here. Yes, they come on in. Please put all funding info in the chat for the duration of class. Fund this war effort. Classroom assistants also please, excuse me, please put all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Learn about the tools, okay? Learn what anger really is. Do you have an issue with anger? Anger meters, anger logs, all type of things that will help you enhance the quality of your life. If you or anybody you know is in a domestic violence situation, an intimate relationship abusive condition, please book an assessment. Find out the warning signs. Learn what you need to know, the alarms. Remember, the life you save could be your own. Okay, listen up. We do know that there is an ongoing war, thousands years war, melanated versus non-melanated, institutions of man and technology, and institutions of higher science, higher powers, and spirituality. It just so happens in the mix of these wars, we see people and individuals who become victims, who become tools and puppets of those waging this war. Yeah. And it just so happens that Black women are the focus. They have replaced every other group when it comes to the wrath of these enemies that we all share. Okay? Now, usually when you take up certain position in this scheme or in the framework of massa, you're usually good. However, when the law ain't the law no more, or when you don't have the complexion for the protection, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. And it is a sad state that we are in right now because we are watching it in real time. However, I want to see if Kahneeshas is going to be more heavily punished than this Karen. Oh yeah, we got a Karen tonight, y'all. And her grippers is in a bind. Yeah. Her grippers is in a bind. So we gonna see how this pans out. So we got to tag some people. Yes, we do. Some repeat offenders from earlier classes this week. So please, somebody tag Fannie Willis. Tag her. Tag her. But knowing her, she's kicked back with her feet up this weekend. Yeah. She's a tough cookie. Yeah. But tag her anyway, y'all. Tag Marilyn Mosby. Yeah, tag her. She got to come to class. Tag her. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's getting thick. And while you at it, somebody tag this old fake. Nicole Fegan. I don't know what type of time she thought these folks was on. Yeah, tag her. She thought she was Bruce Cutler or somebody. She thought she was the lawyer, Sean Penn lawyer, in Carlito's way. This chick really thought that she was about that action. Well, we gonna see if she about that action. Yeah, we got to talk about it, y'all. We got to discuss it. Okay? Yeah, man. So y'all tag them. Well, while you're at it, and I can see from the numbers that class is going to be a little light tonight, which means it's going to be a lot of 55 tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see who's in the building tonight. Ooh. Okay, Joey. Okay, Joey of Hustle and Smoke is in the spotty spot. And Drea, what's going on? Dust Roll, C Blaze, what's going on? Angel, okay, I see you. Hood Central highlights, all right. Mark Miller, nah. You made it, Mark Miller, nah. Yes, you did. 55, I caught you. Yeah, Batty. Okay, Batty Stewie, see you, okay. Sultan Thomas was good, cuz. Oh, assalamu alaikum. Yes, GB Zone 864. Damn, Zone be on it. I'm telling you, Sean Jenkins, Bushhead, Mike Nice, Rick Gatlin, Big Colorado. What up? George, what's going on? Brandon Hawkins, what's going on? Yes, that's right, cousin. Tell them to smash that like button, Jonathan Kidd. What's up? Chet. What's good, Chet? 55. Chet BK87 55. Ooh, caught ya. I got ya. Barbara Williams, what's going on? Team Era. Thank you, Tierra. 187. Bismarck. 55. Uptown Dre. 55. Ooh, man, y'all up in here. Joel, what up? The Ace is in the house. Rick Gatlin, what's going on? King Pootie TV. 55, King Pootie. Brandon Hawkins, what's going on? Talon, Talon Mathis, live from Tennessee. I see you. Jay Skywalker. Man, 55. Detroit, take that. 55 for you, Jay Skywalker. Cool KK. What up? What up? Okay. Glad to see y'all all up in here. But glad y'all up in here. I see you sipping on lemonade. What y'all think? Hold on a second. Lemonade? What you mean when I'm sipping on? What you mean when I'm sipping on lemonade? Gaza, the game, what's going on? Ghost Dog? Ghost Dog? 55! Let me sneaking up in here. See you up in here, you ain't been up in here all week. 55, Ghost Dog. Coming up in here trying to sneak in with your Shaolin technique and all that. 55! Okay? Nah, that's lemonade. That's cool, refreshing. Okay, y'all. All jokes aside, we live in a society that's supposed to be governed by laws, principles, morals, okay? And as such, these laws, which we have felt the sting of because it's been very unbalanced, the scales of justice are blind, especially when it comes to us, our folk. Get it? Law. Ofe law. Okay? It's all things. Whatever you want to describe it. Corporation law. Maritime law. Land law. Whatever it is, when it is spoken, we are always at the wrong end of it and feel punishments of it disproportionately. Okay? Disproportionately. And in that disproportion, we always have a way of finding double standards and saying, well, if it worked like that for them, then it should work like that for us. And that's a old folks' tale, okay? To keep it 1,000, we will never, ever, ever be viewed as equitable people in the court of law. Remember, their laws prevented us from freedom, basic freedom. Their laws were in their favor when it came to lynching us. Their laws was in favor of them when it came to forced labor and slavery. Their laws benefit them when it came to voting, when it came to marrying and loving each other. Their laws always benefit them. Okay? Now, who benefits more from the practice of law than lawyers? I mean, shit, lawyers supposed to be top notch, right? Because again, you getting the information firsthand. You know what is legal and what isn't. And you know it extensively if you practice it, right? So you should always, as an attorney, as somebody who is a representative not only of or for these courts, you should be, man, always in good space. Okay? However, as we are seeing this week specifically, and as we should know as conscious people in this class, that any position melanated people have is under threat. Yeah, under consistent threat. We watch what happened to Fannie Willis. But last week, for some reason, we missed what happened to Marilyn Mosby. Don't know why we missed that. Yeah, don't know why, but somehow we missed that. Yeah, another prominent black woman, intelligent, lawyer, district attorney, which means that she worked for the establishment, okay? That she worked for the corporation. So, man, I'm trying to figure out how we missed that. Maybe, just maybe, they wanted us to forget just how cute she was. Ooh, that's a little cutie right there. Cute, smart. Yeah. Yeah, they wanted us to not focus in on her. Because remember, all of the hoopla? Remember all that hoopla? All that? You remember that? Last year, the first couple of cases that they brought her up on charges? Damn. Did the damn thing to her. So how, in the mix of everything that was going on, did that slip by us? You do know she was found guilty. Yeah. She was found guilty last week. And by all accounts, could be facing some time. Now, before we go in deep on that, we was discussing Fannie, and we put it in the context of the black woman and her role when it comes to us, right? And to broaden the scope, we talked about our people, period. And what purpose do they have when it comes to that gray area of working within the system or in the system or for the system, as opposed to us being independent and should be against the system and pulling out of it because it is very damaging to us. So we know when it comes down to, just the basics of what a society needs to move, right? As far as infrastructure, as far as housing, as far as food and things of that nature, and how they made sure they pulled us away from all of that, right? No more the black farmers, no more, blacks in agriculture or in trades and things of that nature. Kind of shrunk our role. And then, of course, many of us ran, into the corporate world. Now, once you do that, any role in corporate America, you are working for the upkeep of our enemies and our oppressors. There's just no way around that. Whether you working for Google, whether you working for Starbucks, or you working for Goodyear, whether you working for Dell, or you in the banking industry, working for Charles Schwab, I don't care where you at. Your main objective, your purpose in corporate America is to make sure that you do your damnedest to make sure that that corporation is the best. And that's just what it is, whether people want to believe it or not. That's in the basics. But now when you're talking about politics, law enforcement, law, you absolutely know that you are there. And as such, you have to get rid of anything that has to do with your ethnicity. Okay? Your blackness. All that's gone. Because as an officer of the law, as an officer of the court, as somebody who's sworn in to uphold the government, you do know there's no room for pro-blackness in that. Okay? None whatsoever. Okay? Understand that. None. You were out of here. And that is an understood. If you don't understand it, you will find out. And they do a very good job at that by making sure that they dominate your time, your energy, your money, your thoughts, to make sure, do you understand me? To make sure that you will do their bidding. So as a lawyer, okay, or just like any other officer of this government, you have to take an oath. This is what I wanted to get across to you yesterday. That you are taking an oath, that Fannie Willis took an oath. All right? She took an oath. Understand that. As does anybody else who sits in these positions. Like this. Now, I know we are broadcasting on YouTube and we have a wide range of students in this class from all over, but I'm in NYC, so you know what I'm doing. Strictly New York laws, because I ain't got time to be going and digging through Michigan courts and going looking up stuff in Montana or in Arizona. So we're going to deal with this, but trust and believe, it's all the same, right? So let me read this real quick. The New York State Constitution and Public Officers Law require public officers, including elected officials, to take and file an oath of office. Public officers who are state officers will also need to file a related certification pursuant to the Public Officers Law. So not only do you have to take that oath, you have to file the oath as well. Okay? Listen up. That's very significant. Okay? Very significant. Now, because people don't understand the layers of this. Okay? Check this out. Oath of office. Members of the state legislature and all public officers executive, and judicial are required to take and sign the oath provided by Article 8, Section 1 of the New York State Constitution before they commence the duties of their offices. Public Officers Law Section 10 also requires that every public officer to take and file the oath required by law before he or she performs any official duties. This section also governs the procedures for administering oaths of office and specifies the public office in which such oaths must be filed. Okay? I think Rogers, the UK is in the building. What up? Much appreciated, Eddie. Listen to what I'm saying. Do y'all get that so far? This is how deep it is. And all of this has to do with Grippergate. All this has to do with everything in their existence. Because you work hard in order to get to these spots. You go to their learning institutions, their higher education facilities. You have to mingle with people who speak that language. You take tests. You are conditioned to move in a certain way, to speak with a specific tone. Okay? Listen now. A public officer who is a state officer as defined in Public Officers Law Section 2 must file his or her oath with the New York Secretary of State. State officers also include the governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, state comptroller, members of the legislature, justices of the Supreme Court, regents of the university, and officers appointed by a state officer or the legislature. Okay? A public officer who is a local officer as defined in Public Officers Law Section 2 must file his or her oath in the office specified by Public Officers Law Section 10. An oath of office for an elected office must be taken and filed before or within 30 days. And this is what I'm talking about. How can an individual go through 4 years of university, another 4 years of post work, right? Grad school, specialties, all that. Especially when we're speaking of lawyers, of DAs, okay? Listen up now. Because in all of that, you ain't hear shit about nothing pro-black. You ain't hear nothing about pro-African, nothing in that oath. That's gone. That's not even in the framework of their studies. All right? There's an oath. There's a belief. There's a mind washing. Do you understand? There's a mind washing. So you have to have an inner belief in that, in the Constitution of these United States, in the Constitution of whatever state they represent, in the bar. You have to. Okay? You have to understand that. So now, you have these melanated women, right? Now we know what happened with Fannie Willis, and we see how she holds herself and how she represents. She chucked all that to the side. And for better or for worse, maintained some type of sister girl attitude and demeanor and swag in the way she carried out not the work for them, but the work on her own. Do you get that? Do you get it? Now, whatever work that she did for that county in that state of Georgia was dismissed. Get that shit out of here. Cause we coming for your neck. We're getting ready to take everything away from you that you swore to uphold. That's where we at with it. Okay? That's where we at with it. Now, in the case of Marilyn Mosby, who just was found guilty last week, we have similar conditions, except she, filed charges and indictment in the office with the officers who were arrested for Freddie Gray. That's when she became nationally known. That's when people seen how cute she was, how articulate she was, okay? That's how you and I really knew who she was. We don't know, right? And I don't know how many people she put in jail. I'm not from the DMV. I got family out there, but I don't know how many people she sent in the course of her rise through their system. And the oath she took to uphold the Constitution of Maryland had nothing to do with blackness. Nothing. However, but because of how she looks and how her energy vibrates, people are very eager to accept her as one of our own. People are very eager to accept Fannie Willis as one of our own. However, I told you, we spoke about this in class the other night, that when they go in to take those oaths, they swear to uphold the institutions that oppress our people daily. Broaden your lens, okay? Now, in this case, Marilyn Mosby, is centered on mortgage fraud. Mortgage fraud. For you and I, we would believe that it's light. Like, what? Applications to get houses, to get homes. Now, we know for damn sure that many people write all type of things on applications when they trying to get something. Whether it's a car, and they're looking for a co-signer, and they shifting, they look for paperwork to give them a little bit more, than a pay stub, all type of weird shit. I done seen it all. We seen it all. However, when these people are lawyers, when these people are sworn in, when they take an oath to uphold the laws, not only uphold, but as an attorney, as district attorneys for these municipalities, they don't own themselves. See, because I found the particulars and what it says and what it is to take an oath, I didn't see. That didn't come up what is actually said in the oath. Though I've been to quite a few swearing-ins of judges. Never a district attorney, though. But we watched as they gave it to Tish James. We seen that live when it was Britt Cole and she was sworn in. So we heard that. But many people don't understand. Your lens is not open because you haven't been through that process to really know what they're taking an oath to. Unless you just put it in plain layman's terms. You working for the oath phase. Simple as that. There's no over-intellectualizing. You don't have to get a thesaurus. You can see it. Oh, you the police. You're the law. Excuse me. And as such, we should be very wary of these people. However, when they come in the form of a melanated woman, it knocks your guard down. It knocks your guard. For some reason, you believe that they're going to handle us differently than they would anybody else. And that's just a lie. That's the lie they've been telling us for years, that if you just are able to hold a position and be integrated within their system, that your people sitting in those seats are going to benefit us. And we just witnessed, something that I thought I would never see in my lifetime. We witnessed Obama sit in the largest seat, the biggest seat in the world, and we didn't get shit. So we already know that that's a lie that we have been told, right, by other passive niggers and the such. Things that we inherited from our elders. We just work hard, just get there. If we got enough of our people in there, then things are going to change. It doesn't change because there's policies. It doesn't change because there's oaths to uphold this garbage that we living in. Okay? So now, and shit with Mosby is crazy, because this is the second time, right? This is the new conviction is the latest blow for Mosby, who was indicted in 2022 as she sought re-election to the Baltimore State's Attorney's Office. She lost that race in the Democratic primary and left office a year ago. Mosby burst onto the Baltimore political scene when she defeated incumbent state's attorney Greg L. Bernstein in a surprise upset in 2014, becoming the youngest chief prosecutor of any major American city. She quickly gained a national spotlight when she pursued charges against the Baltimore police officers involved in the 2015 death of Freddie Gray. Okay? Young, cute, intelligent. But she went against the grain. And it's been hell since then. Right? Now, she's only 44. 44, right? They previously convicted her of perjury, November, right? This is the same indictment. The first jury found Mosby lied about experiencing a pandemic-related financial loss to withdraw money from her city retirement account under the CARES Act, which is an act that, a lot of people was pulling bread from, right? Now, what's bothering to me is that they keep saying her sentencing, because she got convicted in that, and now she's convicted in this. And they're saying her sentencing for both sets of charges has not been scheduled. And when they was pressing the DAs who was in the trial with her for answers, they wouldn't answer on camera. But they trying to give this woman charge time, not charges. Gave her charges, trial, conviction. They trying to give her time. Time for perjury and mortgage fraud. Prosecutors said the charges was linked. Mosby lied to withdraw the retirement money, which she used to put down payments on a pair of luxury Florida vacation homes, and lied about her finances when she applied for mortgages on the properties. Sound familiar? Sound kind of Trumpish, right? You see how I keep telling y'all that one case opens the door that allows them to get into other things, other lanes, other keys. Some keys open doors, some keys close and lock doors. So in her quest to climb up the ladder, she deemed that she needed vacation homes. How many of us, in all reality, have vacation homes? Not go on vacation, not a vacation, not go, a whole vacation home. Like, we got a home here, and when we go on vacay, we don't need no Airbnb, we don't need no telly, we ain't gotta stay with grandma and uncle and them. We got a home. Not one, a pair, two. Okay? She bought a $545,000 house near Disney World and a $476,000 condo across the street from the Gulf of Mexico. The Mosby taxes were central to the government's case. The couple owed nearly $70,000 to the IRS, which placed a $45,000 lien on their property. Now, she didn't disclose the debt. You see, you listening to the language in this that is so not us. That, like, really? We talking about debt. We talking about condos. We talking about homes, second and third homes. And there's people that's still living in the P's. There's people who haven't even been qualified for a loan for their first home. And should they get qualified for a loan for their first home, not able to buy it or purchase it, or have to scam and finagle and watch all these weird ass YouTube dudes like Jay Morris and them trying to tell y'all that they own homes and these opinions and scamming and all that. This is what I'm telling you about, the language of getting to the bag. But this is the law. She's a DA. Okay? A DA. Now, her defense was that she didn't know because the husband was doing a whole bunch of stupid shit. She put it on homie. Listen, you can't make this shit up. That somebody, again, I keep telling y'all, having old faith thoughts and dreams and aspirations ruined the marriage. Ruined the marriage. Matter of fact, they didn't have issues with the marriage until she got to the bag. Then he felt the ways. Okay? This is where we at with it. A lawyer, a district attorney who swore an oath to uphold the laws of the state and the country. They don't care about what you and your husband got going on. Y'all broke the law. The law says that y'all supposed to only be concerned with us. Okay? You see, this mortgage, houses, divorce, jealousy, none of that. None of that. Okay? None of that, in all reality, is criminal. Check it now. Fannie Willis. Loving a subordinate. Going out to dinners and fancy restaurants and all that. Gripper gating, getting hit, cheeks clap, all that. That's not criminal. However, because they were the law, because of their position, okay, it shows and proves that they did not own themselves. When you take that oath, when you swear in, you don't own yourself. Bad enough, we don't own ourselves here as it is. You don't. As soon as you got a birth certificate, driver's license, sign up for the military, work for a corporation, or get unionized, that's it. People don't understand you actually give away the name, the attribute that your parents gave you. And they didn't understand that they gave up their attributes that their parents gave them. And on and on and on. Because you're in the corporation. And the corporation swallows up everything. So now, these two women, melanated women, intelligent women, use their intelligence and their skills to benefit this institution. They did. They sent people to jail. They're sending people away to jail. They did a lot. And these are not young women. Man. I mean, they're not elders, but man, and I'm quite sure that they sent a lot of melanated bodies to the pen. One is too much. Okay? One is too much. They surely did. You get that? They sent him to the pen. Now, as we watch them go through the ringer and be threatened with going to the pen themselves, okay? I see you, y'all. Peace. Okay? Now, there's another case of another attorney. This one, though, happens to be a Karen, a Becky, a old Faye, who made it her business to attempt to vibrate as a Kahneesha. Yeah, as a fanny. This one did something very, very, very foul. At least that's what they're alleging. Okay? Now, it might not have been in your timeline the way Fannie Willis was in your timeline. You see, they kind of buried Marilyn Mosby because they know it's going to be an outrage if she gets some time. They know that, man, people not trying to see that little punkin head go to jail. No. They ain't not trying to see that punk. They gonna, man, somebody gonna raise hell if you see her in cuffs. Nah. They don't want to see punkin head go to jail. But they kept it on the low. Yeah, I'm telling you, that was not coming through people's timeline. Okay? It just wasn't. Okay, peace and power, Aquarius. Hope you celebrated well. Also, I had to share the birthday with Huey P. Newton. That's what's up. I hope you just as radical. Now, this Ofe attorney for former Young Thug YSL co-defendant charged with gang crimes. Now, this is an Ofe, a lawyer, charged with gang crimes. And many people haven't heard of it yet. Huh? Many people haven't heard of it yet. But she's an Ofe. And when you go to her IG, she's throwing it up. She got ratchets. She got the money to the ear. She got the bonnets. This code switching little Ofe, she thought she was about that life. Then she see Bliz. She thought she was the lawyer from Carlito's Way. Yeah. She thinks she in. Now, maybe, she may be in, and we might be on the outside looking in like, okay, she about that life. But they sure gonna prove it. They going to show her and us, if we keep our eyes open, if there is a double standard when it comes to the law. Because we see Fannie Willis went through the ringer. We see Marilyn Mosby is convicted, and they talking about sentencing her. Now, this little thing in Atlanta, all right? Her name, Nicole Fegan. Now, check this out. This is what they saying. The attorney who was representing one of the former co-defendants in Young Thug's Atlanta racketeering and organized crime trial is now facing gang charges of her own. Nicole Fegan has been charged with participation in criminal street gang activity and criminal solicitation to commit the offense of tampering with evidence, according to the Atlanta Police Department. Okay? Nicole Fegan was representing Tinquarius Mender, whose case was severed from Young Thug's overall trial last year. According to the police, they were investigating a September 27th, 2022 shooting of two men at William Street and Baker Street in downtown Atlanta. Police said they received information that Fegan contacted a suspect in the shooting and told him of warrants for his arrest. Fegan provided information she had learned during a preliminary hearing related to the shooting and advised the suspect to dispose of his phone as police were going to arrest him, police said. Now this is serious, y'all. Police said investigators confirmed Fegan was not requesting the suspect she called, right? Was not representing him. Okay, that means she wasn't his lawyer. Boom. They took her into custody and she bailed out. Now, if you in the know, if you in A, if you in Georgia, if you've been following this trial, it might have came across your timeline, but for many of us, it hasn't. Now, for me, that should be much more newsworthy than the garbage that I'm seeing, the garbage that we are seeing. That should be newsworthy. This is a lawyer doing some TV shit. I'm telling you, you go to her page, she dancing, she got the ratchets, she talking the talk, throwing it up. She's claiming to be about that life. She got a seed too. So I'm oh boy. Listen, when them doors slam, when that jury get picked, man, yeah, they highlight what they want to, but we are going to be in the know because we're going to watch and see and definitely, once again, prove to so many others that there is a double standard. And like I told y'all in class before, damn a double standard. It is what it is. Now, what do we have to do based on this knowledge that we know? We know it's a double standard. We know there's racial bias. We know that the scales of justice are blind. We know this stuff. We don't need any affirmation. Now that you know, what are you going to do about it? We're solution-based here. Damn that. But we're watching that because, again, I told you, the black man has been made irrelevant in the eyes of their war. They believe that they have neutralized us because they took our power away, which was to the power that we had to influence and encourage our women and children to support us in this war. They took that away from you. They made you effeminate. They made you a goddamn, what you call that? Materialistic rapper. Gripper gate. They put you in funny socks and shoes and skirts and purses. So they got rid of you. They made you irrelevant in the eyes of the world, but specifically in the eyes of your women and children. So now, the attack, okay? The attack has to be on your woman. That's where the attack is now. Because once they put her in position and elevated her, put her in these spaces, in these halls, and she hasn't done their bidding to the T, you know, like old Pearls and Chucks. She do they bidding to the T. Ain't no mistake about it. She one of them, right? jokes and burrows and all that. See, when you do their bidding, when you follow the play, you good money. However, these youngins, these non-political entities, these people who are smart enough to get into the position hasn't been broken. Okay? So now the attack is on them. Okay? Now the attack is on them. Y'all don't notice that? That there was a time in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, up until about 2010. Do you remember that? Black girl magic, black women rise, black women, look at the new black women millionaires, look at the sisters doing it. First black captain of the police, first black warden, first black fire department, first black woman this, black woman that, black woman, boom, 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 boom. Now, right now, on cue, the memo has been out. Destroy the black woman at all costs. So, what do you see? The destruction of Monique, the destruction of Tiffany Haddish, the destruction, right, of Venus and Serena, that other young girl. Destroying them. All of them. Black captains and police scrutinized, fired. Get up out of here, black politician, female scandal. Get out of here, boom, baited, boom. Left and right, left and right. When they come after the DAs, the district attorneys, man. That's it. That's upper echelon there, baby. That's upper echelon. If you, as a district attorney, as a black woman, don't have enough up here to get around these cases, that's it, yo. See, because the problem is with our people, when they get in these positions, when they acquire, because all these positions allows them to be privy to certain information. And that information somehow never reaches us. It just don't. As a district attorney, shit, we done had several black male district attorneys, and now we have black women, female district attorneys. And somehow, most of our men, once they reach 16, 17, 18, we don't see them no more till they're 30. And how come these laws, how come these policies aren't flooding our communities where we could save our people from imprisonment by teaching prevention, by making sure that they're not in a criminal mindset? So, for me, them holding those seats don't do us no damn good. Ain't do me no good. Right? Because we don't get in these positions. We don't have, how many black men have you seen brought to trial on treason and espionage? As bad as we've been treated here. Disrespected, dishonored, murdered with impunity. We still don't have nobody trying to tear this shit down. We don't have nobody that siphoned the secrets of the government. and say, yo, this is what we need to do to disrupt their hold? Nothing? No one? We are so enamored when they say, you're a good boy, you're a good girl. Yeah, you're the district attorney now. Yeah. You're the police chief now. Yeah. You, sir, are now our state representative. We get so warm around the heart and moist around the grippers with that shit that we forget everything else. Again, I say, when you have global voice, when you have people in your ear from all around the world, they tell you, they looking at you, what's going on with your people over there? Why do they sit? Why do they cut side deals? Why do they work with these people who are oppressing the world? They don't get it. That's why you get the disrespect. That's why you get the implicit bias. That's when you get people who may be skin folk but not kinfolk, because they looking at you like, what's the matter with y'all? Why aren't y'all treasonous? Why aren't y'all trying to knock this shit down? They don't get it. So when they see people high position, do you know what a state's attorney is? Do you know what do y'all really understand what that is when they say that this person has been sworn in as a DA? Come on. You have to understand that. You have to. And this way, we begin to understand, like I said last night, that there's no gray area. You either with us or you against us. Gotta understand that shit. There is no gray area. Gray areas are funky. Gray areas is for rats. There's no gray area. There's unity or there isn't. And I don't care what you study. I don't care what you study. I don't care what group of people you study who have fought and won against oppression, who have fought and won for their sovereignty. There is never a gray area. Anytime somebody even attempts to whisper some type of bargaining or some type of pushback, they got their head knocked off. The gray area is what got the Mau caught. The gray area is what got Dr. Khalid Muhammad head split. The gray area is what got Malcolm split. The gray area is what allowed somebody to sell Huey crack. That's the gray area. You understand? That's what we're talking about here. We have to always be on code at all times. At all times. It is imperative that we know that. This way, when you see these women in these positions of power get tripped up by some menial bullshit, you will understand that they were not conscious at all, that they didn't understand. You dig? They didn't understand their positioning. When you understand your positioning and who you are, you manifest differently. You just do. And you understand your enemy. You definitely understand the space you in. You have to. How can you not know that you will be scrutinized as a district attorney about your finances? It's purchases of houses and homes. You don't understand that you got enemies and you don't know that people don't want you in that space? Do you understand that? What is the law? Go watch the movie. Go watch the movie if you haven't watched it. If you're not of a particular age, go find and watch the movie The Owl of Dr. Moreau. Okay? What is the law? Mean. What I tell you is mean. There's a very, very, very specific way you manifest when you are woke, when you are conscious. There is a specific beat, a rhythm to how you move, to where your end results of your actions are. You don't, but any space, you don't get tripped up. You just watched it the other day. Yeah, I'm telling you, isn't it mean? Isn't it mean? The symbolisms. You get it? What is the law? You had two women, powerful women, not understanding the law. Come on now. Understand where we at. Better yet, understand what we watching. Nah, leave Asada alone. She needs to be right where she is. No. She would be, and I know for a fact, she is disgusted with how our people move, of how our people allow Mumia Abu Jamal to be rotting away in prison, his last days in poor health, and how we allow Mutum Shakur to sit, and so Sekou Odinga to sit, and Leonard Peltier to sit. She's disgusted by it as any elder would be. Any of them, no. She would never step foot here again, ever. No. No. Not for these junkies just to turn her in. No. She needs to transition wherever she is. Because she won. She won. Yeah. And that's a different discussion, though she is a queen, a comrade, a young and transitioned and got unalived right there. What did we gain from that? This is why I always question people when they speak their sovereignty. Because even the word and how the Euros define it, understand what you're saying when you say that. So that means you're able to withstand the might of your enemy So you're a non-entity. What you doing here? Once you claim that, you gotta leave. You a sovereign here? There's no sovereign people on this stolen corporation. No, 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 no. You got to go, or you get unalived. That's just how it is. No gray area. Understand that. And people don't get it. There is none of that. None of it. How can you be a sovereign entity in a prison? This is what this corporation is. This is how they move it. This is a business making prison. Right here. This corporation. Where every move you make is being watched. Even when you think you vacationing with your baby girl or your little side piece in the Bahamas, you took that passport and got it stamped. They know where you were at. They follow your phone records. They know this is a corporation, a prison. This ain't nothing but a big yard. Everything that you produce, you get pennies on a dollar for. So you or anyone believe that they're going to be sovereign here? In a space where you have the ultimate warmongers? You think you're going to drink water here? You going to what? They make us pay for water, man. We paying for water. And somebody got anybody believing that they're going to be sovereign. How? Not here. You can get it. You can petition the courts for it. You can find your master. Because all these are nothing but small plantations with a master. People just don't do their homework. They don't do the paper trail. You can find out who owns the plantation that you are on. Whether it's Guggenheim Plantation, whether it is the DuPont Plantation, you can find it. Just got to do the homework. And then petition your master for your freedom papers. And if you believe it's sovereignty, then find you a spot to go to where you gonna go, because you won't be sovereign here. That is the lesson of Karim Gaines. She voiced everything she needed to voice in front of whoever she needed to do it to. She spoke out in court several times and made her statement and her claim. And what happened? And what happened? There was no safe passage. No, you out of here. And we heard no more about it. The last I heard about it, the family sued, got money, and then another judge on an appeal deaded it. Come on now. Come on now. We're dealing with high science here. We're dealing with war here. Nobody tried to throw philosophy in the mix of this shit. Philosophy and theory has nothing to do with practicality of war and politics. You can say who you are all you want to. We've lived through that. We've lived through Garveyites, right? We lived through the Nation of Islam, right? We lived through the Nation of Gods and Herbs, right? We lived through the hustlers. I'm a hustler. I'm a rapper. I'm God. I'm NOI. I'm a Garveyite. And the Ofe who got the bigger gun says, you are a nickel. Boom! and puts all of your intelligence on your shoulder. So until you say you are a soldier, a warrior, and you conduct yourself as a soldier in war, miss me with all that theory shit. I've practiced it. I've studied it. The end result of these people is annihilation. They don't care who you call yourself. They tolerate it for a little bit. Okay, it's cool. It's cute. It's cute. But when we come see you, we coming to see you. People who practice true sovereignty, if you really want to study it, is these Aryan groups. That's what Ruby Ridge was about. That's what Waco, Texas was about. If you really want to see people who don't pay taxes and don't study them. Stop allowing people to tell you that all of these euros are against you. Stop allowing that. And you see what they do, how they operate. They really anti-government. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't let nobody come on YouTube and talk and get you. Because as truthful as I can be, I get no resources from this. However, everybody that panders to the hearts of the people and talk slick, they get everything and run off. And got people believing in all type of shit. Right? The CB4 Grandmaster J dude and all these other weird dudes with unks and this and that, and it got you gassed. Sovereignty or these acronyms and this and that. Gone. In this class, we deal with truth, actuality, and your position. Because when you deal with truth, no matter how dire the straits are, you can come up out of it. Right? That's how Custody gets up out of addiction. Because he says, I am a crackhead. I need help. That's how they get out of addiction. Black people are scared to look at themselves in their position and say, damn it, we are slaves in this corporation. How do we get free? How do we get liberated? Stop thinking you got more because Whitey done told you your position. They told you your position. You didn't realize it yourself. You didn't take it. That's the difference between every other nation. They see themselves for who they are. They like, hold on. Nah, we messed up here. We don't own this. We working for that. We doing this. They doing that. Nah, enough is enough. And they network. And they come together. And they fight. Because when you believe that you can speak for Whitey, when you believe that because they put you in a seat that you are different, you get the Fannie Willises, you get the Marilyn Mosbys. This is what you get. They come and slap your ass back down. And that title don't mean nothing. And that education don't mean nothing. Because you built nothing with it. You were by yourself. Having 2 and 3 and 4 homes for one ass. 2 and 3 and 4 cars for one ass. Wasn't like you was gonna put armies in those homes. Have to deal with the reality of the conditions. That is how the bankers made it up out of Nazi Germany and reestablished themselves. That is how the Japanese reestablished themselves after bombs dropped. They realized we got to get back on our feet. But you can't tell black niggas nothing because they believe that they arrived already. Coexisting with your enemies. And as long as your women have nothing but their institutions to believe in and work for, it's a wrap. I might as well keep watching All-Star games and shit like that. Award shows and shit. So again, see Bliz, keep doing it, keep banging it. We know what it is. Minimal support. But we grow. We do the work. And for it, we are excellent. So again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Believe in my belief in you. You can do it. You can do it. Come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. There's a war going on outside. Keep your eyes and ears up. Okay? Keep your eyes and ears up. Yeah, well, listen. They're giving away living spaces in every major city. But what did we do to preserve that? What did the black politicians on the local level do to preserve that? What did our people do to preserve that? Our people sat in projects for 40 years. What did they do? They sat there. So when it's time to go, it's time to go. God, come on, man. Listen, they just said this man, LeBron James, been in 20 All-Star games. Do you know how quick that shit been? 20 years? I remember him coming out of high school. Damn it, I remember Magic and Larry Bird being drafted into NBA. And our people still going through the same shit? Come on. Come on. That's dumb. We still talking about police shooting kids in the back? Come on. We still talking about second and third class citizenship? That's on us. That's on us. Simple as that. Ain't on nobody else. It's on us. 40 years? I know people who got 3 generations in the projects, for real, for real. And it doesn't make them any less because they're there. But sat there and destroyed it and complained about it being raggedy. This is what I'm saying. So when they come in and say, nah, we're going to give this to them, what are you going to do? For real, what are you willing to do? Why shouldn't they get it? You didn't take it. And I mean, take it. That's for real. We have been in positions. We should have been in positions after 40, 50 years to take anything that we want here and build upon it. But no, you play by their laws. Because black folks in their seats tell you white people law, white folk law. And they become lawyers and DAs and judges and politicians, and they say, now this white folk law, so you got to do what white folk tell you to do, and I'm over here. Come on, man. Gotta stop that bullshit. We have to stop that. We have to be responsible to and for ourselves. I gotta be responsible to you. You have to be responsible to me. What Whitey do is what Whitey do. And in our responsibility, we gotta cut our own snakes' heads off. That's just the way it is. The minute we stopped doing that, that was it. But again, it's late. I know it's a holiday. Most of y'all gonna be up and can relax tomorrow, but not me. I gotta take it down. Yeah, I gotta take it down. Because if I don't be up to get some anger management sessions in, I don't eat. Because this don't do it. Okay? This don't do it. Yeah, it's some type of funky holiday mood. Some shit. I don't know. I know the kids ain't gotta go to school. Some old shit. Okay? So again, guard your mind. Guard your mind. Black women, please get up out of these systems. Your talent, like LeBron, take your talent to South Beach. Take your talent anywhere, but in the corporations and in the institutions of these folk. Find a way to utilize your skill set for our people. Everybody else does it. Everybody else does it. No, I ain't gonna talk about the Congo. Nope. There's absolutely no reason for it. Absolutely no reason for it. And I speak to people in South Africa. I speak to people in Ghana. They have enough people over there to do what needs to be done. That's what BRIC is about. I guess once they get the financial situation straight, then they can start running them up out of there for real, for real. Well, what can we do over here? Seriously, other than talk. I'm not a talker. Y'all shouldn't be wilding over there. I empathize with them. I empathize with the Palestinians. I empathize with all people who are in people's war. But they gotta get busy. They gotta get busy. People getting shot in Brooklyn every day. So I have to be out here to talk. My voice is not moving. It's been almost a year. I've been doing this on my own every day for almost a year. I don't get pushed. I don't get virals. I don't get none of that. So my numbers are short. So I gotta be out in the street to make my work more effective. Some people can sit in these spaces and talk, boom, and 1 million people getting their word. But their word ain't saying shit. It's more passive bullshit. Okay? Passive bullshit. Instead of that fire. So I got to work. You dig? I gotta work. So again, y'all be good, be safe, fund war efforts, make sure you war ready, remain militant, and we gonna get there, because I believe in y'all. You dig? We gonna get there. Remember, black women, y'all are the key. Pull up away from them folks before they jam you. I'm telling you, pull up away from them folks before they jam you. And do a good job. I'm telling you, they trying to send old pumpkin head to jail. And letting this little old fay lawyer chick, she just did a, man, that's a federal crime. You encouraging and you tampering with witnesses and all that and keeping gang shit going. Let's see how they do this little old fay. I want to see her dance. Since I followed her on IG, I want to see her keep dancing and throwing it up. I want to see that. Yeah, Deborah, you know Marilyn Mosby's a little pumpkin head. Yeah, she ain't supposed to be in jail. She in jail, they gonna tear them grippers up. She can't go to jail.